In this video, we're going to show you the most relevant events on physical and human geography during the first half of the 20th century. Starting with the death of Queen Victoria in 1901. And on the same year, Hiroshima from Japan was born. The next year, Woodrow Wilson became president of Princeton. The following year, in 1903, with Panama's independence from Colombia. On the same year, the Acre War took place in America, when Acre is ceded by Bolivia to Brazil.
1 year later, in 1904, the Russo-Japanese War made a great impact in Asia. In 1905, the Treaty of Portsmouth was created. This treaty gives Japan control of Port Arthur and many of Liaotung Peninsula.
A year later in Beijing, Puyi was born, and he is going to be the last emperor of China. In 1910, Francisco I. Madero was the head of the anti-eleccionista party. In 1912, Emperor Meiji from Tokyo dies.
In 1914, the European powers erupted and World War I began. This was because of the assassination of Francis in Austria.
On the same year, 1914, Russia was home for the Jews. About 5.3 million Jews migrated to Russia.
2 years later, in Asia, Mao Zedong, leader of that delegation, created the first Congress of the Chinese Communist Party in Shanghai. In 1917, the Treaty of Danish West Indies took place in America.
A year later, in 1918, the total number of military and civilian casualties in World War I was more than 38 million. In 1919, the Treaty of Versailles was signed. Germany takes the fault of all the damage created during World War I. And on the same year, Theodore Roosevelt died. In 1922, also in Europe, Russia ceased to be an independent state after the murder of Nicholas II. The following year, in 1923, Miguel Primo de Rivera from Spain did a coup d'etat and dissolved the parliament and started a dictatorship. Privy Council of the United Kingdom established the boundaries of the Dominion of Newfoundland and Canada in 1927. In 1931, about 6 million Russian peasants died because they were transported to Siberian labor camps. 2 years later, Hitler became chancellor. Thanks to this, the Jew persecution increased. And with this, we conclude the most important events for the first half of the 20th century. Thank you for your attention.